Hey everybody, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Last time we decided to take a little detour to the Grand Canyon. Well, a big detour to the Grand Canyon. But anyways, we'll see what awaits us there now. My everything aches. It takes me a long, lazy minute to remember why I'm sitting up, forehead plastered to the steering wheel rather than in my bed. I drove all through the night to get us to the Grand Canyon, arriving at the South Rim right around the time that I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. We're in a campsite, apparently, but I don't remember anything past reaching the park's edge and paying the entry fee. I probably shouldn't have been driving, but we made it here all right. A sour taste pervades my mouth, courtesy to the empty energy drink at my side. I groan as I clamber up and head to go brush my teeth. When I exit the bathroom, Marina's waiting at the front, all dressed and ready to go. Good morning. Morning. I'm still too sleepy to match her enthusiasm. Undeterred, she comes forward and presses a mug into my hands. I made you some coffee. But it was a couple hours ago, so it's kind of cold now. Thanks. It's also brewed too weak, but I don't tell her that. I drain my cup in seconds and then pour myself another. That's also finished in a few long gulps. You really like coffee, huh? I guess. I think I'm just addicted. You don't even put any cream or sugar in it, right? Nope, I always drink it black. She wrinkles her nose in disgust. I can't stand the taste. I noticed. Have you gone and looked around yet? There are dozens, if not hundreds, of people milling around, and that's just what I can see from here. Most likely treasure hunters. Look around? Without you? Yeah, it's what, noon? Almost, but I didn't want to leave without you. That's sweet of her. What if I got lost? You're like my map. Oh, not so sweet. Yeah, maybe not. Besides, it's boring to go look around by myself. You think? I used to do it lots before we met up. It was nice to be alone and think. Her face falls. Seconds later, I realize my mistake and mentally kick myself. Not to say I don't like having you around. I just mean it's not so bad being on your own for a little bit. She ponders for a moment. Well, I don't like being alone. A small frown makes me think she's upset, but then it melts away and is replaced with her trademark smile. Something about how the sunlight frames her face right then makes my heart skip a beat. I want to admire her for longer, but I think my face gives it away. Soon she shifts, asking with her eyes, Something wrong? I shake my head to clear it. Nah, sorry, just zoned out for a second. Let me finish this coffee and then we can go. Okay. I don't know how you can be up and at 'em like that. Usually takes me hours to wake up. Ah, that's 'cause you don't have coffee, Marina. I know, I do a lot of waiting for you. Marina stomps over to play hit me on the shoulder. Meanie, I do my best for you. Yeah. There aren't enough hours in the day for you to sleep as much as you want. What, are you saying I don't need my beauty sleep? She's just kidding, but I freeze. Or is she just kidding? I don't know, sometimes I wonder if Marina is a little more conscious of what she says. Just because I'm hopeful that she's not playing too much into her trope, which is being naive and oblivious. I would like to think Marina is testing the waters. She is joking, right? Amber. The jaunty tone in her voice is gone. Yeah? I croak out a response. Zone out again? Something like that. Even I'm surprised of how off guard that caught me. It was just a simple joke, but it was a little too relevant, seconds after thinking of how pretty she looked. Looks. I need to stop being so weird sometimes, or that'll scare her off more than her finding out that I might, just maybe, could possibly have a crush on her. Maybe you just need more coffee. probably. Her grin gets huge. You need as much coffee as I do sleep. See, we're even. I laugh as I pour myself a third cup, tilting the pot to get the dregs. Maybe you're right. She prances back to the front door, nose held in the air like she's won some great victory. I catch her peeking back to see if I'm watching, so I make a big show of rolling my eyes. She sticks her tongue out in return. When I set my cup down on the sink, Marina throws the door open and waits for me to step out. For having been mostly asleep and in the dark, it looks like I did an okay job parking, by which I mean that we're actually in one of the designated camping spaces. That's more than I can say for a lot of the others here. Tents cover nearly every patch of land that doesn't have an RV on it. Some even come right up against the road itself, causing the few cars that pass by to have to hug the edge. Just like back at Shiprock, this is a fiasco. Squads of little kids rampage around, squirting each other and everyone else with water guns and just being in the way. One little brat runs up to us and holds up his squirt gun like he's going to shoot me, but the death glare that it gives sends him running back in the other direction. Not a fan of kids? Not the rotten ones. Marina, on the other hand, waves at the retreating boy and giggles as a weak burst of water hits her. I don't know how you can stand it. They're just kids. Besides, I'm pretty used to it. Big family, right? Yep. We start to walk in the direction of the canyon itself, pausing sometimes to let cars or tour groups pass us by. This is such a mess. Wonder how many of them are treasure hunters. Well, it's the Grand Canyon, so a lot of people are probably just regular tourists, right? Yeah, probably. I feel bad for them and all the other people who just want to enjoy these parks. You really hate people, huh? What? Where'd that come from? I don't know, you're just always complaining about there being too many people around. Do I really complain that much? Thinking about it, I guess I do. I don't hate people, I just don't like when it's all chaotic like this. So you don't like crowds then? That's closer, yeah. Kinda weird that you're so hyped for this music thing then, don't you think? Isn't that gonna be the biggest crowd yet? Sure, but that's different. Why? I don't know, just is. Why? What are you, 5? No wonder you get along with kids so well. We both laugh. But I guess it's just because everyone is there for the same thing. You have something in common with them. Isn't everyone here for the same thing? Yeah, but... I struggle to find an explanation. But she laughs it off and shrugs. I'm just kidding anyway. You can't be the only one who teases. You don't like big crowds, and that's fine. What about you? I think it's fun, and besides you get to meet all sorts of cool people. Who knows, maybe you'll meet a special someone or a long-lost relative or something. A special someone, huh? Maybe. Would be pretty unlikely, though. Probably, but it's still fun to think about. And speaking of odds... Amber... Marina points at the other cluster of motorhomes down the road. I follow her gaze, immediately understanding. Taking up 2 spaces because of size and bad parking is a familiar titan of an RV. God, no. But Marina's already heading towards it. My nemesis, Mariah's motorhome. The door flies open seconds before Marina reaches it. Out strolls Joseph, Tess close behind. You call that a break? You've had boyfriends that last longer. Sis has never had a boyfriend. My point exactly. Quit your moaning. You two just need more work ether. You mean ethics, but you've probably never heard the word. Mariah appears in the doorway, leaning on a shovel. I can see her about to retort, but then she spots either me or Marina, and her glare is replaced with a smug grin. Well, well, look who finally caught up. So I'm guessing the reason why there are lots of people here, I mean, it is summertime and it is the Grand Canyon, so tourism is up. Like, if you ever have been to the Grand Canyon during the summer, it is so crowded. There are so many people from all walks of life who are visiting. My guess would be most of the people are tourists, but if we have a lot of people who are treasure hunters like Mariah, I'm guessing they must have just all like come to the same conclusion that Marina came up with earlier, thinking that the treasure is at Grand Canyon, not at Canyon de Chelly. But that's also, I don't know if I buy that, because at least Amber's like acting like it's completely natural for people to be thinking, oh, there's treasure at Grand Canyon, which doesn't really make sense considering Amber's the one who logically thought that, no, there are new ruins in the walls at Grand Canyon, so that's not the place being described in the journal. I don't know if I'm misunderstanding the writing, or if that's a discrepancy in the writing, or there's something going on that I don't know about. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep going, hey? Hey, guys! Oh, hey there, ladies. I sigh and speed up my glacial pace. May as well get this over with. Mariah picks up a crate of tools from beside her and carries them out before shoving the crate into Joseph's hands. His knees buckle at the weight as he sets it on the ground. Did you follow our dust all the way here? I wish we'd seen it so we could have stayed away. Maybe you should go now and get a head start on the next piece before we find the one here. She clutches her shovel like a sword and points it at me. Unless you're gonna fight us on this one too. I raise my hands in surrender. We already had one bust at Canyon de Chelly. This one's all yours to screw up. The shovel drops a couple inches, either as a response or because her arm's getting sore. Canyon de Chelly? But there's only one Grand Canyon. Mariah, why are you so dumb? I can't like her. I hope I like Mariah later on. I hope I do. There's more than one canyon in the world, Mar. Figured it was there at Mummy Cave Ruins, but we didn't find anything. So if you want to search all 2,000 miles of the Grand Canyon, then good luck. Damn it! Mariah throws down her hands and the tool bag slips from her, plummeting onto Joseph's foot, hard. The crates in his hands are next to fall, this time onto the other foot. The boxes burst open, flooding the ground with heavy hammers and wrenches. A gasp escapes his mouth, then silence. Are you gonna get drunk and cry yourself to sleep again, sis? Somehow, through pained grunts, Joseph manages to speak. The limit is once per week. Mariah's eyes twitch. In one smooth motion, she whirls around and clonks her companions' heads, huffs and crosses her arms. Joseph reacts like any normal human being and rubs his head to soothe his never-ending pain. Tess hardly acknowledges it, wobbling back and forth like a human bobblehead. I don't think I'll ever get over how creepy that girl is. She clonks Joseph again for good measure. Marina and I both wince. Where did Tess go? She just drop dead on the floor? I hope not. I mean, her sister's clearly got some abuse issues and is an alcoholic. Ugh. I imagine this is how it was for Howard when he first met Linda. Oh, there's Tess. At least we'd get to see the canyon that way. Jesus! From out of nowhere, Tess pops up at my side. Tess has been wanting to go out and see the sights, but Mariah's too busy breaking her back for that. Big sisters are bossy, huh? Tess nods, which prompts Marina to stoop down and hug her apathetic kindred spirit. You're not alone. Marina looks up at me, eyes big. Can we keep her? She's so cute. That's property theft. Oh my God, Mariah. Don't treat your sister like that. Sorry, only one stray at a time. Aww. Marina seems genuinely upset. She really thought they could maybe keep Tess. Which maybe they should, because Mariah's probably not the greatest guardian. Though it sounds like the mother isn't wouldn't be a great guardian either, so. I mean, at least there's Joseph. He seems like a responsible dude. Marina releases Tess and reaches out her hand as they float apart. Anyway, let's get going. If they're gonna waste all day here, we can at least leave them to it. But Mariah waves her shovel in Joseph's face. Pick up our crap. We're gonna rethink our strategy. Crap? Yes, this crap. She taps the crate that she forced on him just minutes ago. Joseph covers Tessa's ears, then mutters something that I can't make out. Wait, I have an idea. 4 pairs of eyes turn to look at her. Me and Amber were about to go sightseeing. Why don't you guys come with us? That's a terrible idea. Hey, we agree on something. But Tessa's eyes sparkle with determination, nodding as she reaches up to tug on Mariah's suit. That's 1 vote, yes? She turns to me, pleading look in her eyes, hoping to make it 2 yes votes. I think it sounds like a good time, too. It'd be a nice break. I forbid it. You've already had a break. We had too much to focus on. Getting distracted by dusty old rocks is the last thing we need. Oh, Mariah, please, have you not seen the Grand Canyon before? It is a lot more than dusty old rocks. It is breathtaking. It will change your life. Grand Canyon will change your life. Do not knock it until you see it, girl. You always say that, but look at her. He points to Tess, her face shining with interest since the word sightseeing. When did she last show interest in something? Hell, has she ever shown interest in something? Yeah, Tess is probably so, like, disassociated and... Oh, man. But she did like those wind chimes. She likes her wind chimes of the license plate. So, hey, that's something. We're still not going. An irritable groan rumbles through Joseph's throat, but he still looks as casual and relaxed as he usually does. Look, we're not always going to do what you want just because you say so. We're going, and if we have to, we'll force you to come along. Oh no, don't force Mariah. You're gonna ruin the view if you have her bitching the whole time because, oh man. Grand Canyon view, you only see it once. You only see it for the first time once. And it is breathtaking and it changes your life. And you don't want someone ruining the mood the first time you see it. You should just leave Mariah as far as I'm concerned. It's fine, it's fine. You guys don't have to come if you don't want to. But it's too late for that. Mariah lets out a single, disingenuous and marches to Joseph. You're gonna force me to go, huh? That's right. She stares him down, or up, to be accurate. The top of her head only reaches up to his chin. Regardless, she gives him a nasty grin and repeatedly pokes his chest for daring to defy her. This doesn't seem to faze him, though, as his lips curl into an ominous smile. And how exactly do you plan to do that? Vast and majestic, the canyon dominates the horizon. As far as my eyes can see, calico rocks are given a murky tint by the dying sunlight. It's a breathtaking view. I just stare out over the abyss, watching as the sun slowly climbs down the sky. What are you even looking at? She says it flatly, not like a question. Mariah's been this way for hours now, since Joseph practically dragged her out of the RV. While the other 3 have amused themselves with disposable cameras and curiosity, Mariah's tailed me like a mangy dog. You got another stray, Amber. You got another stray. She won't let me forget about her relentless apathy, punctuating it with frequent sighs. It's interesting that Mariah, wants to hang out with Amber, even if it's just to bother her and, admit her disgust, because you would think Amber would rather just hang out with Joseph, or even with Marina. You think Amber would just, be the last of that group. So that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how their relationship develops going forward, because I'm sure this isn't going to be the last time we're interacting with her. I'm looking at the cliffs and considering sending you to get a closer look at the bottom. Oh, Amber, don't joke about that. You know how many people die die in the Grand Canyon and falling off the cliffs? Not something to joke about. This is your fault, you know? What is? That we're here, or at least that I'm here. Hey, I didn't want you along either. That was all Marina. Just tell that airhead no sometime. Guessing you never turned down a request of hers in your life. Ooh, Mariah, what are you implying? I mean, considering... Wait, who... What side of the bet was Mariah on? I think Mariah did think they were sleeping together, right? So, yeah, okay, Mariah's standing by that. I shoot her a dirty look at the word airhead. Mariah rolls her eyes. She doesn't care one bit. She wanted to play with Tess. Someone has to. Joe does it all the time. Her ability to miss the point is actually kind of impressive. Besides, you should see that look I get if I try to stop her from something. Maybe I can't say no. Be more like me. Mental fortitude and training. It's almost breaking down when someone threatens to take away the key to your liquor cabinet part of it. It's almost breaking down when someone threatens to take away the key to your liquor cabinet part of that mental fortitude and training. She clicks her tongue in annoyance and grumbles. I could have still said no. I was just doing it for Tess. I turn my attention over to the impromptu photo shoot again. Both the girls climb on the rocks and lean against the railings to take pictures. Joseph trails close behind, probably to make sure nobody slips. Sometimes he's pulled in for a picture, too. Marina takes pictures of just about everything. The sky, the ground, a pouting Mariah. As a photographer, she's not very picky. Tess, on the other hand, seems to have an actual knack for it. She's taken pictures of scenic valleys and close-ups of beautiful desert flowers in full bloom, usually with Joseph as the model. She even managed to get close enough to take one of an eagle perched on a rock. Not hard when you're practically invisible, though. I don't even know why she's so interested in this stuff. What, the wonder and majesty of naturally formed geographic wonders? Yeah, seriously, Mariah, are you blind? You're seeing the Grand Canyon. It's so gorgeous. That's a fancy word of saying overgrown rocks. Who cares? Shouldn't you be glad that she is? Why? I prefer if she cared about something that matters. Like getting rich? Exactly. It's Americana, this sightseeing that. What the hell even is Americana? Don DeLillo. Never mind. Don't mess with Texas shirts and old rocking chairs that some hicks farted on. Do you ever listen to yourself talk? Just be happy she's interested in culture and expanding her horizons. Culture. Huh, our favorite foods are bastardized versions of foreign cuisine. Culture's a sham. When I was her age, I was interested in things that actually mattered, like treasure. Years later, and nothing's changed. Since the other girls are taking a break, Joseph has joined us. They want to take some pictures with you. Mariah starts to protest, but Joseph cuts her off. Your sister wanted me to ask. Her mouth shuts and she rolls her eyes yet again. Fine. She stalks over to where they are, kicking up clouds of dust with each heavy step. Sorry if she's causing you trouble. She can be a bit of a handful. I know it's hard to believe, but there's a good heart in there. Somewhere. She'd probably sell it for $1 if she could. Joseph laughs heartily. You might be right. That's just how she is, I guess. Been that way since we were kids. It's hard to imagine that someone could not only know Mariah as a child, but want to maintain a friendship with her for the rest of their lives. Come to think of it, Joseph's a bit odd compared to the other two. Odd just because he's so normal. Hey, can I ask you something? Shoot. Do you care about the treasure? He scratches the stubble on his chin and thinks about it. Like you have a good head on your shoulders. Why do you let her drag you around? Amber, really? I see the parallels. You let Marina drag you around for treasure, but you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. I see where this is going. And I do have to wonder about Joseph's feelings for Mariah, because even if it is just friendship, it is very interesting that he's willing to stick around with her through thick and thin, considering how annoying and mean she can be, and clearly poor guardian for the sister. But, you know, it's curious, and I hope we learn why Joseph hangs around, and maybe we will if I could just move on with the story and stop speculating. But there is a parallel here. Joseph gets dragged around by Mariah, and Amber gets dragged around by Marina, and not only do Marina and Mariah have very similar names, but Amber and Joe both, like, call them by the same nickname. That M-A-R-E, Mare or Mar, or however either one of them pronounces it. There's some crazy parallels that are just becoming apparent to me right now, I guess, but thought I'd share. Well, it's not that I don't care about the treasure. Being rich doesn't sound like a bad gig at all. But I wouldn't say I have a good head on my shoulders either. If it came down to treasure hunting or kicking back on the couch all day, I'd pick the couch. Figures. His own broad smile returns. I didn't even notice it disappear. But as for them, one of them needs someone to look out for her, and the other is 10. Now we both laugh. If she's the one who gets me off the couch, I'm the one who gets her to sit down sometimes. Even back in school, she was always picking fights. Didn't matter if it was with another kid or a teacher. Got her ass kicked a couple of times. If she were all on her own, she'd tear apart the whole Southwest. That makes sense? I look over at where the three of them are still taking pictures. Tess is standing on a rock, so she's at the same level as the others. Right now, two of her fingers hold Mariah's mouth into the shape of a smile. On Mariah's other side, Marina holds the camera out and takes her picture. Then Tess takes one, though Marina keeps her hand on Mariah's mouth. Yeah, I know what you mean. Plus, someone's got to make sure Tess doesn't starve. Catching us watching, Marina waves vigorously. She nearly knocks Mariah's lights out while she does. I wave back. Tess says something that gets Marina's attention, and after a second, Marina hurries over. I wince as I watch her clumsily climb over the rocks, scared that she's going to slip and hurt herself. But she arrives unharmed. Tess wanted me to ask if you'd be in the picture too, Joe. She says she wants all three of you. Looks like that's my cue. With nothing more to say, he drifts over to the others and exchanges spots with Marina. Tess passes him the camera, and she holds it up to his eye. Why are you using this cheap thing anyway? The camera on Mariah's phone is way better. He takes the camera from Tess and dangles it from his fingers, observing it like it's an ancient, long-buried artifact. The memory is full from all her journal entries. Journal? It's more like angsty poetry. Oh my god, Mariah writes angsty poetry. She would. I could see it. I hope we read some. I hope we get to read some. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to know the kind of angsty poetry Mariah writes. Mariah turns towards me, panic and fury in her eyes, but she's too slow. How did that one go again? Oh yeah! Rivers of amber pour from my bottle like tears, forever sweeping El Dorado beyond my grasp. Who are you, Voltaire? Like writing about El Dorado? Oh man, she is super obsessed with the fucking gold and treasure. Like your average American who's been propagated by years of treasure hunting and archaeology treasure hunting films, which is really a sorry state. But, sorry state, that didn't even make sense. Really a sad thing, unfortunately, that our culture propagates. But, who am I to judge? And Mariah's just obsessed with treasure. Mariah slouches. I hate you both. But we love you, Mariah. Tess clings to her sister's waist like a magnet, showing her affection. It goes ignored. Now squeeze in, I'm not sure we're all gonna fit. We watch for a moment before I tap Marina on the shoulder. That should keep them busy for a while. Quick, while they're distracted. What? I grab Marina's hand and dash off, dragging her behind me. Her feet have trouble keeping up, but I don't slow down. I don't look back. Just keep running. Amber, where are we going? We wander around for a while until we find another viewpoint that's empty of other people. Yeah, right. Sunset at Grand Canyon, a viewpoint empty of other people in the summer. Yeah, right. What is this fantasy world? I'm guessing that a lot of the treasure hunters are out looking now since the oppressive heat isn't as bad. I lean against the rail, my head popped up on my arms. The cool metal feels nice against my skin. Marina does the same. She sighs wistfully. So pretty. Which part? All of it, especially the sunset. Nearly all the sunlight has been swallowed by the canyon's colossal darkness. Shadows cast by the stones mute the gorgeous colors as the sun melts into the tip of the canyon. It's barren and desolate, but Marina's right. It's pretty. Oh, let's take a picture before it gets too dark. You're not getting out of this one. You haven't been in any of the pictures today. Yeah, that's on purpose. Scooch in. Like, together? Duh! She slides towards me and I squirm away on instinct. What's wrong? Immediately before I can answer, she grins shyly. Wait a second. You're camera shy, aren't you? I'm not. I retort a little too quickly. Oh? Clearly, she doesn't believe me. Amber, you're camera shy. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with being camera shy. It's not that I'm afraid of them or anything. I just don't like having my picture taken. That's the definition of camera shy, Amber. How come? I shrug. Just don't. Well, you'll have to deal with it this time. Come on, Amber. You're at the Grand Canyon, the sun's setting, you're alone, miraculously, and you're with a cute girl. This is like the most romantic thing you could ever ask for, and she wants to take a picture with you. Yeah. Suck it up and get the picture, because this is one hell of a romantic moment. I mean, I wish I could have a romantic moment at the Grand Canyon with a girl. It'd be sweet. I'm like jealous right now. That's what I am. She zips over, and before I can react, has pressed her cheek to mine. The shutter clicks, and I'm momentarily stunned by the flash. Ooh, I hope we get to see the picture. I would like to see more CGIs in this game, and I'm kind of sad there's not more of them, because I think, you know, they've been pretty so far, and the art's pretty in this game. But I don't know. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to see the picture. Before I can protest or enjoy the closeness, she's already pulled away and is checking the results. It's cute, look! She shoves the camera into my face, but it's so close and the screen is so small that I can't actually see the picture. I just nod. I can't wait to get these developed. Turning to me, Marina pauses. How do you get photos developed anyway? Well, we'll have to take them to a store and have them do it. Most big supermarkets can. Okay, first thing tomorrow then. Sure. Like a hummingbird, Marina darts forward and gives me a tight hug. Thanks for coming out here. It's been so amazing. I hope it was worth it. I look down at her, pressed against me. Yeah, it was. Marina pulls away to my great disappointment. She opens her mouth like she's going to say something, but then seems to change her mind. What? What? You were about to say something. What was it? Oh, never mind. Hey, you can't do that. Now I really want to know. She giggles, but it's distracted sounding. Okay, fine. I was just gonna ask, why is it that you hate Mariah and her group so much? Where'd that come from? Marina turns away and stares out over the canyon again. It's getting pretty dark. She's quiet for a moment before she talks. I don't know. You just complain about them a lot. I don't hate them, dummy. Joe and Tess are fine. It's just Mariah I have a problem with. How come? She's a bitch, loud and rude and obnoxious. I really hate people like that. She thinks she's always right, too. Sounds like someone else I know. Don't give me that, we're nothing alike. Marina laughs. Yeah. Half a minute passes in silence. You're way cuter than she is. Time stops, and so does my heart. Everything feels like it's frozen. I look over at Marina, but she's looking at the canyon, not me. Still just a couple inches away. I gulp, swallowing the lump forming in my throat. You said that before, I think. You're cuter. Oh, hush, I'm trying to compliment you. I fall silent for a moment, not sure of how to respond. You know, back when we first met, I meant what I said about you being cute, too. She giggles again. I had forgotten about that. As if on cue, a light breeze starts up, causing her hair to billow out like a cloud. Her side tail, hastily bound, looks as if it might come undone. Is that supposed to be a side tail? I guess it kind of is a side tail. Just always seems like it was more in the back, but I don't... Oh, no, I guess because some of her hair is, like, coming over her shoulder. I guess that is a side tail. It's like a weird, awkward, half back, half side tail thing. Finally, she turns to look at me, her eyes wide and lips glistening. My palms are dry and my knees tremble. Gulping yet again, I cross the short distance between us in a half a step, leaning in and... Oh my god. No! Mariah! Don't ruin moments! Another reason to hate you! Ugh! There you are! Ugh! Mariah, why are you always ruining everything? Alright, next time, I'm gonna find out what the hell Mariah wants and what the hell was so damn important she had to ruin this great moment. I mean, hell, that is like a romantic... Like I said, Grand Canyon's one of the most breathtaking places. It's so romantic, so like be there when the sun's setting. They're never gonna get that moment back. Oh, I'd be so pissed off. I am pissed off for them. For Amber especially, but for Marina too. Damn it. Okay, next time. Anyways, so thanks for watching and listening, like always, and take care and talk to you on the next one. See ya.